So, what do you think? Yes, it's all a facade, and it's just seawall. Think what else they must be hiding. Really, there's no point in invoking tradition any longer, because it's worth shit. The only thing that matters is safety and loyalty towards the one who can provide it. Now I'd say it looks like someone needs to die. And somehow, you unwittingly became the most important person in the region because your decision will change how the entire situation unfolds. Galahad needs to die, of course. That will solve some of our problems. We'll say he got himself into trouble, and then we'll sweep the entire matter under the rug. We'll be able to continue our talks with the tribes. By the time someone in Camelot finally gets off their ass and comes to investigate what's happening here, it'll be too late. You could get rid of one eye. He trusts you. You're allowed to enter the temple. Sounds like perfect conditions to put a knife in his back to me. We'll be able to report a full success in reclaiming the south and whatnot. You might even get a medal. I doubt any of the tribes will be willing to talk to you afterwards, but Camelot would be ecstatic. I doubt there is any other way that wouldn't result in a full-blown war between Camelot and the tribes. And without half our garrison ended up burned or on a stake for treason or some other nonsense. Meanwhile, I can't afford to target any of them myself, or it would complicate the situation even further. As you see, you're the only one that can do it, so I leave the choice to you. Wise decision. Good luck. You go ahead and I'll placate the horns. Make sure the men don't suspect anything.
my gods. Now, before I make you head shoulder and burn your carcass, you get one chance to explain yourself. How gracious. Go on then. Explain this impudence. Oh, be my guest. Fight, you mongrel.
Welcome to the My name is... I don't...
Dozens of the best Del Rita warriors are holding the temple.
I'm sure that when Galahad arrives, we will be able to defeat them together. I know it won't be easy, but it is the only way.
Can't you see that One Eye will stop at nothing to destroy Camelot and all its representatives, including us?
I wouldn't expect anything else from that bunch of savages. What they consider their greatest power is, in fact, their greatest weakness. Their blind fury is no match for the tactics of Camelot's army.
What bloody tactics? What are you on about? It's like talking to a bloody wall. You're here, finally. Tell me you have good news, or I'm gonna lose it.
What?
Phew. One less thing to worry about.
Traitor! You are both traitors!
Fergus, calm down. For obvious reasons, I couldn't tell you anything about this, and judging by your reaction, I were right. You have to understand, it were the only reasonable solution to the situation we're in.
Reasonable? No reason could excuse such treachery.
Not even a full-blown war between Camelot and the tribes unfolding on our territory, in the haze of the weirdness as well.
Camelot is our sovereign. Sovereigns don't betray their subjects, and the subjects shouldn't betray their sovereigns. We have served Camelot since the foundation of the Horns of the South. If we are to fall, we should fall under Camelot's banner.
Please, just stop that drivel. Camelot decided we can't handle our orders. And we can't, because instead of sending us decent recruits, they send drunkards, scum, and thieves. Anyone who were left in the villages after the army has already taken the ones who were any use. And what do Camelot do? They send the butcher to motivate us. And how does Galahad motivate people?
But...
Do you really want people to burn on the stake because their boots weren't shiny enough, do you?
I won't listen to this anymore.
That wasn't so bad. He feels slighted, and we need to give him time to think it over, but I'm sure he'll eventually understand. Thank you for the help. Without you, this could have ended tragically. Now, I have to figure out how to deal with the tribes, but in a way that works for us. And I have to explain all of this to my men. I don't know which of those things will be more difficult, to be honest. Yes, you were sent here by Caradoc. Where is he, anyway? He probably did. And what did he send you here for? Ah, right. See, the problem with Excalibur, or indeed any of King Arthur's blades, is that you need to prove you're worthy of wielding it. How are you supposed to do that? Hell knows. But if Caradoc sent you here, I think I know what he might have wanted you to try. You see, there are many different legends. According to one of them, there are a few places on Avalon where you can prove yourself worthy, whatever that means. And one of those places, as you can probably guess, is nearby. Have you seen the old gong in the sunken village? Well, many years ago, when people still went to the woods for a shit instead of using a privy, it was part of a certain ritual. Only the people who passed the ritual could become keepers. Well, none of the living keepers were recruited that way, so we don't really know what happens during the ritual. That's why Galahad now appoints keepers and the captain chooses them. It's just safer that way. I only know that you need to sound the gong and then lie down to sleep at its base. If you wake up, I mean, when you wake up again in the morning, you'll know you've been deemed worthy. Unfortunately, the gong is broken. So first, you'll need to find a way to fix it. And since it's made of weird steel, that's not going to be easy, is it? Fortunately, Oshbrit should be able to help you. A little bird told me he likes to play with weird steel when nobody's looking. Just tell him I sent you, and he won't give you any trouble. Well, I'm not going to lie. From what I've heard, many people never woke up. They fell into eternal slumber, so well, that's why we abandoned the tradition. And those who woke up were changed, and none of them ever wanted to say exactly what happened there. Then you'll have to find someone smarter than me, because I already told you everything I know. Well, of course they tried. It turns out that the keepers who passed the ritual could hold it longer than anyone else. Maybe it'll be enough for what you need, and maybe something entirely different will happen. It's your risk and your decision. Go, and may the southern wind be in your favour. If you need anything from the old captain, you know where to find me.
Why would you want to fix it? Do you even know what it is? Take some advice from an old man. If there's a giant ancient statue that somebody tried to turn to dust, they must have had a good reason for it. Well, if you put it that way, then I suppose I have to tell you the truth. Otherwise, the terror from the sea will bite me in the ass while I bathe. Of course I can fix it. You just have to bring me what remains of that monstrosity, and some weirdstone. Problem is that there was only one source of weirdstone in the south, the Great Mine. But since the entrance collapsed, well, it looks like you're out of luck. How did you... Oh, forget it. I don't even want to know. Just give me a moment. Here. That should do it. Do whatever you need to, if you're really sure about this. But please try to come back alive. I have nothing to tell you. I could try to talk you out of it, but I guess that wouldn't work.
Who dares disturb my peace? You made an oath never to summon me again. Oh, I was not expecting to see you again. Not so soon, at least. Welcome, old friend.
Easy, my ally. Let me talk to him.
I assume you came for what you entrusted me with last time.
I can see that you know me, but I am a mere shadow of my true self. I don't remember you, Lord of the Seas. Forgive me.
That's what you told me, my friend. When we next see each other, you will not remember me. But you are here now. The will and the power led you back to this place. Tell me, are you worthy of retrieving what you left under my protection?
Lord of the Seas, to be worthy, I must become whole. I will humbly accept your judgment.
That's what I wanted to hear. Take the sword. Remember.
But if it turns out there's nothing here, I'll be really pissed off.
What are you on about? The stone itself is valuable.
Yeah, but we've been swinging for so long that I'd like to see something more than just a pile of rocks.
Well, you won't find out unless we finish the job, so stop moaning, it won't dig itself. What are you doing here? Get lost, this is our spot.
None. We're just doing maintenance. What's it to you?
Yep. It's old. This means nobody needs it anymore.
That's right. Who needs some old statue when people have nothing to keep their homes warm and their villages secure?
And even if it dates back to King Arthur's time, so what? If Arthur were alive, I'm sure he wouldn't mind.
If he were alive, our families would have been starving, so there. And what's it to you? Who are you, anyway?
Come on, Jordan. Look at him. He ain't no nobleman. They're all a bunch of greasy slobs. Does he look like a greasy slob to you?
Right. Here's the thing. Somebody wants a piece of this rock for their home.
They want something made out of it, like a table or such like.
And since regular wood and normal stone aren't good enough for greasy slobs, we're mining this statue.
They said it's more valuable or something. I don't know. It just looks like a dirty old stone to me.
It'll be a right pain to make a table out of this shit, but what do I know? Oh, if only it were that simple. My friend here got in trouble with the law when he was younger.
Yeah, the law. A girl from our village, one I liked, married a dickhead from Camelot's army. He wasn't happy to learn that she had previous lovers. So, I got a taste of Camelot's justice. They said I was a traitor, and they gave me a choice. See my family hanged, or serve the local lord.
One of the greasiest slobs out there. I've been working for him since I was a kid.
My friend's father was a gambler. One day, he ran out of coin, and he gambled his son away.
We're told we'll pay off our debts someday, but it doesn't seem like that's happening anytime soon. So, we dig.
And we can't really run because there's nowhere to run to.
The greasy slob's lapdog camps out at the crossroads. He makes sure we'll pay our dues. This sounds like a brilliant idea.
But if you did manage to do that...
Well, the man's been collecting debts from others, too. So he must be loaded. We could be free, and you could be rich.
Would you really do that? For us?
He's camping out near the arch spire. You go through the east gate nearby, head right, and then go towards that crazy tower. You'll find him by one of the roads.
Who are you? And what do you want? Yes. And I'm terrified. Because you're really scary and so on, etc. But before you inevitably do kill me dead, may I ask why? Oh, fascinating. Do you even know why they're in debt? And undoubtedly, considering you're here, they were very sad stories. Unfortunately, they were also likely to be entirely fabricated. You see, your new best friend, Bergen, he had a family, a devoted wife and a son. However, he was also seeing a girl on the side. She was engaged to a young soldier. When he returned from one of Camelot's wars, he discovered he had a child. But there was no way it could be his. The timeline just didn't add up, you know. His father was a mean drunk, but he was also a rich drunk. A master goldsmith. Earned good coin back in the day. Too bad his foolish son gambled away all of his father's money. And then some more besides. But when the armed men came and said it was time to repay his debts, he ran back to his father for help. His father was furious. Who wouldn't be? And it seems like he finally realized that his son is an idiot. So he decided not to help him. Not anymore. Those are your friends. Yes. Smart choice. What? It's not up to me. Their lives belong to a lord who lives far away from here. I'm just making sure his investment pays off. Guarding his livestock. A man has to earn a living somehow. Yes. What? Well then.
Oh, so you're alive. Good for you. Perhaps he was not wrong about you after all.
No need to get all upset. It was nothing personal. If you ever reach my age, and I hope for your sake that you never do, you will have learned when to cut your losses. I thought you had died in that storm. Turns out you didn't. It's good news for you. Whether it's good news for me, only time will tell.
I know. Shame about the Del Rita.
But Syria has survived worse. Whatever she may have told you, she's a Pict through and through. It means she knows damn well how not to draw attention to herself, even with those horns. Ha! You didn't think a knight of the Round Table could be killed by a little bit of stormy weather, did you? I honestly thought the old bastard was finally going senile. But I guess there's still some sense rattling around in that decrepit skull of his.
Hunting. There was a beast down there that needed to be put down. Hideous thing. You can go take a look at what's left of it if you want. Who knows? Maybe you'll even find something useful.
No, that's still your job. You have your path, and I have mine. And they are not aligned. For now, at least.
Are you really asking me this? Is your memory so bad that you have already forgotten how you were rotting in a cell that reeked of blood, waiting for the day the priests decide to turn you inside out? And have you also forgotten who it was, exactly who got you out of that cell? If not for me, you'd be nothing but a brain in a jar by now. So to answer your question, you owe me. No, I'm not. I can't. Look, I don't have much time. If you want help, you can ask me one question, and I'll answer truthfully. But only one. I really can't stay here all day. Or, I can give you an artifact I found in this cave here. It should help you with your continued survival.
Smart choice, although not the one I was expecting. Here, I hope you'll find it useful. Now, I don't have any more time for chit-chat, and neither do you, I believe. But don't worry, we'll see each other soon enough. Try to survive in the meantime, won't you?
Get lost!
How'd it go? Oh, we certainly did. Our truth.
Not good, huh? Why did you have to stick your nose into our business?
Now we really can't let you live, can we?
Finally, I can see through the mist. Yes, I know who I am. I know what must be done. I am Arthur Pendragon, the once and future king. I am the one who brought people to Avalon. I am the one responsible for their fate. I will once more be their salvation. Caradoc. I know this name, but my memories are still clouded. It rings hollow, like an echo. I am not yet fully myself. You have found but a part of me. And I have seen what you have seen. Pain, struggle, desperation. Once, the people of this land trusted me. It is my responsibility to reward this trust, and to safeguard the future of Avalon. Now I understand what was burning so hot inside me. I need to save this realm. But I need your help, my friend. Will you lend me your strength once more? Ask, and I will answer truthfully. That is the least I can do. Is it possible? There is still so much I do not remember. I cannot say for certain, young knight. But I always tried to be fair while I reigned. And I always had good intentions. I had to do things that others were afraid to do. That is the price I had to pay to save my people. While the past is still an impenetrable mist, I will not ignore the call of this land. It needs saving now. You can see that as much as I can. I need to lead again. This time, I will correct any mistakes I made. This is my vow. Seawall. Loyal Seawall. Did it really come to that? I do not remember. But you must understand. War with the Four-Dwellers demanded great sacrifices. This I know, very deep inside. But if we had not sacrificed, suffered, endured, it would all be for nothing. Every human on this island would be dead. Or worse. We had to survive. Oh, Seawall. I hope this is not true. But I cannot promise, young one. This is not new. The crown comes with a heavy burden. It is hard to rule, but it is very easy to judge. But judgment does not interest me. Only saving my people. You will be able to decide for yourself, young one, once the time comes. I do not know, young one. My existence is a very complex construct. I feel neither human nor Four-Dweller. My soul feels as though it is trapped between worlds. How did this happen? We need more of my memories to answer that question. Then arise, young knight. Together we will save this land. I will lend you my strength and my guidance. The journey ahead will be hard, but you have already proven yourself worthy.
Killing the Knight of the Round Table will have grave consequences. Camelot will arrive soon. But with your help, the captain remained at his post, continuing his schemes with the Dal Rita. Will his cunning save the people of the Horns of the South? Perhaps joining forces with One Eye could finally swing the balance of power and lead to independence on Avalon.
Sometimes it's good to just sit and think. We're just sitting here, not bothering anybody, so there's no need to bother us. Working hard. We're gathering people. But we don't need anything from you. You've got some guts, walking right up to a pair of Dal Rita without even flinching. Well, well.
Impressive, indeed.
We're Dal Rita. We make sure that the Camelot scum infesting Cuanacht don't even dare to think about heading south. Imagine a Camelotian who's also a deserter. Unbelievable. Even Grindylows have their honor, unlike those scum. And catching a deserter? Now that's a real treat. We do what any honorable warrior would do with deserters. We help Camelot get rid of their cowards. You could say those vermin owe us a debt. Thanks to us, they're well fed, and Denham pays us handsomely. A Camelot legate, he commands the rabble you see swarming in Cuanacht. He's decent enough, and he pays a good price for deserters' scalps. Aye, there are. We've been here for 2 years now, and are multiplying like vermin.
It all seemed innocent at first. They were just supposed to help the local lord mine resources.
Ha, sure. And those nitwicks from Cuanacht fell for it like naive children. So when the troops arrived, they were caught completely off guard. The Red Priests came along with the troops, and then, out of nowhere, the Red Death resurfaced. Even now, as the Camelotians aim to take the menhir, the village is torn. Some want to go to Camelot, others want to stay. It's a complete mess in there, Mathair help me.
She won't. The goddess doesn't like people like us.
Shut your mouth. You're flapping your gums like a wench in a brothel. Anything else? Or will you be on your way? Good hunting. It's nice to have a break.